Hello, we're back. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Looks pretty good. I want to now lean him over a bit and have him drag his arms a little bit. I have this that I just did as a reference, and you can see here he's leaning over a little bit and his arms are kind of dragging. Well, the hands are rotated and dragging back. Plus I put a little bit of extra arm. I took the arms and swung them out just a little bit just to counterbalance him leaning over this way. Just so he has a little bit more balance on that side. So this is what we're going to do next. We're going to actually have him walk more like this. Okay? So I'm going to minimize that. And okay, so I need to bring back the bones. You know what I'm going to do for this? I'm going to actually bring back the bones. And I'm going to limit my selection to only bones here. That way I don't have to hide the body because I kind of want to see it now. So first things first, I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lean him forward. It's easy enough to do. Let's go to a layer. Let me select one of my bones. And I'm going to do that on a layer. I'm going to make a new layer. And let me see, maybe I can use this. Yeah, this is okay. I'm going to make this a front view. Well, actually, left view. And I'm going to make this a perspective view. And give me a little bit more. You can add new layouts by clicking this one here, and you can add new layouts. So let me go back to this layout here. So we have a left view and a perspective view. And in my left view, I'm going to go to wireframe. F3, and I'm going to turn on auto key. So I'm going to take the body. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to take the body. Do I want body rotation? Yeah, I think I'm going to do, because I don't think I can. Yeah, body rotation, because I can't really do just hip rotation. If I just select the pelvis and try to rotate it. Well, actually, I couldn't I? What if I wanted to try to do hip rotation? No, I think I do want body rotation. But before I do that, what I have to do is I need to bring the IK over from the top layer. And now when I roll it, you know what I also don't want to do? I want to turn off angle snaps. I need to update that. And now when I roll it over, I'm going to do it a little bit more than 5. You can see his feet stay. And now I'm going to double click. Let me think. So we have some bending here. I have the bottom spine. I'm just going to rotate that forward a little bit. This is like 1 or 2 degrees, and then forward here. What's good about layers is if I don't like it, it's very easy. Now I'm going to maximize this perspective view. It's very easy to just delete that one key. And we'll take a look at what we have. So here he's leaning forward a little bit. That's nice. Sometimes I would have to move the hips back, but in this case it's not necessary. And the body forward key does a pretty good job of keeping balance, or these keys here, these body rotation keys. And okay, so we have them moving forward or leaning forward, depending on how far I want to go with this. I can even maybe a little bit more, just a tiny bit more, not too much. We don't want him to be too far off balance. I think that might have been too much. Okay, so that's that key. Now I'm going to go to front viewport, and actually yeah, I'm going to do the hands as well now. Now I need to bring back the bones for this other hand, so I have a selection made for that. Yes, unhide them. So I have these bones back, and what I need to do is, first of all, I'm going to take the thumb here, double click the first joint, and I'm going to actually, for this, go to my perspective view. Remember at frame 1 to do this, and I'm going to make sure I'm on loco, which I am, and I'm going to rotate the first joint in, and then just take the first joint and rotate it out, and then slide it a little bit towards the palm. Okay, so I rotated it on its loco, what was this? Local Z first, and then I rotated it on its Y just to put it towards the thumb. Okay, so now I'm going to double click for this. Let me see, double click the palm, and then deselect the palm and the thumb, and then on their loco, yeah, let's see, on their loco Z, I'm going to rotate these in, and then I'm just going to go in here and rotate this further a little bit more to kind of give us semi-relax, and take this one, and that should be the first joint here. Might have to go wireframe in my perspective to see what I'm doing. Make sure I get the first joint here, and rotate that out just a little bit, and rotate this first, I should say first finger. And now let's go back to perspective. Take off one. So we have kind of a relaxed hand there, right? Yeah. And now what I want to do is take the palm, and this is why I had you have use this new file, because when I rotate the palm, it's going to do a nice twist from the elbow all the way to the palm. Instead of having all the twist right here at the joint, I skinned the twist bones, and now when we do this, notice how it twists. Very nice. And I'm going to twist this something like, I could even go, that's too much. I'm going to twist it maybe something like, I don't know, 40 to 40, what about 40, roughly 45 degrees. Okay. And now I'm going to rotate it back on its loco Z. So we have it kind of dragging back, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now let's double click the palm here, and what I want to do is I want to copy that position to the other side. And of course, since I'm doing it on the layer, it's going to affect all the frames. So we'll need to go to copy. I'm going to go to my collection 1. I'm going to say copy posture, and then paste posture opposite, and there we go. Now let's go to perspective. And let's take our character. Well, let's just see what he looks like. Temporarily hide the bones. And you can see he looks a little bit more interesting. Now we do need to double check to make sure that his hands are not going through the floor. So I'm going to go to a left view here. Now turn on grid. This black line is the floor. And maybe if I select his body, we'll make it a little bit easier. Let's go all. Let's select his body. Well, not really, because I could maybe also look in the. Let me take a front viewport as well. Turn on the grid. I just want to make sure his hands at no point go down below. It's probably easier in the front viewport. At no point do his hands go below the ground line, and that's this edge here. All right. So looking at both hands, it's fine. He's not going through the floor. Now that I have that, let me just bring my bones back and turn this back to only bones. Let me just select one of the bones here and now go back to my motion control panel. So now, what can I do? Oh, well, that layer is pretty much ready. I can go ahead and collapse that layer down. Find my layers. This is going to collapse it down. Bake that into the original layer. And let's see. Let's now bring this back to front viewport. And this can be perspective. Now for this next one, I want to add a little bit of counterbalance with his arms. So I'm going to grab this, turn on auto key, and every time also let me turn on my display foot states. So I think it's going to be every time that I see a touch on every time he steps, he's leaning. Oh, so I'm going to do this arm first. So that's the left arm. So I need to look at the right foot, which is the green foot. And every time the right foot is touching down, well, let me see. It makes sense. Yeah. You can see here, every time the right foot is touching down and he's leaning over to the right, I want to counterbalance that by bringing the arm up a little bit. So I'm going to rotate, make sure I'm in local. For this, I am going to turn on snaps or angle snaps, and I'm going to rotate this. Oh, don't even know if I like 10 degrees. And then we're going to go forward, and I can obviously just go to toggle forward another touch, 10 degrees. Toggle forward twice, another touch on the green foot, that's 10 degrees. There is a function or option here that they have something called keyframing tools, but maybe I'll use that another time. And that helps you do such things as doing multiple keys. That's what this set multiple keys. But it's just so simple that I'm not going to worry so much about it. Now I'm going to do the other arm. So whenever I see a touch on the left foot, right arm's going to go up 10 degrees. Now I didn't want to do layers for this because I want it only on specific keys, not on all the keys. looking at the perspective view, that looks pretty good. I'm going to now turn off in place. I'm going to, oops, sorry, not render. Don't want to render. I want to turn off, hide all my bones. You know, sometimes what I do is make a name selection set for the bones, just like I did for the hand. Do it for all the bones so I can quickly hide them and bring them back. But this time I just decided to use the hide by category. Whatever works. Move it back a little bit. Give this guy a little bit of time to walk. Yeah, so remember the first keys don't really, the first keys and last keys are just kind of a placeholder for now, because we're gonna have a walk cycle here, and we're not gonna use that first pause. We could if we wanted to, and we're not gonna use this very last key here. We're gonna copy over that, so we're not gonna worry about that. So now I'm going to go back to all. I'm gonna go to geometry, select. I'm gonna turn on auto key. I'm going to go to the modify panel, and I'm going to go down to his morpher. I don't need edge faces. Well, I guess it's selecting my faces. Okay, so down here I have a neutral, and what I want to do is, you know what I want to do? Actually, I'm going to change this. I don't want to see, let me turn off auto key so I don't make any mistakes. I don't want to see when I select something, I don't want to see it in edge faces. It's simply in the viewport. Display selected. Yeah, that way. I don't like to see that sometimes. I know what I have selected. So let me turn back on auto key. And here, well, let me just show you what I have here. I have a happy, sad, open, sad, happy, open, sad, and I have a neutral. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open, well, actually the neutral, what it does, this is actually the real neutral, but I didn't want him walking around with his mouth open all the time, so I have a neutral that goes from 0 to 100%. It kind of closes his mouth. Should actually call this mouth closed, but I didn't. Turn on auto key because I am going to put a key for this, and we're just going to open his mouth just a little bit, so he has more of a open mouth look. So now we're going to call this, yeah, we're going to save this. Now the next video, we're going to come back and extend the footsteps and add the wave. And this is actually just called 06 monster arm drag bend forward. I'm just going to overwrite my old one. Actually, I'll just do this. I did 2 of these. It's okay. Bend forward 02. Because I did 2. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? I don't want to rename that. I want to keep that named the way it is. And rename and add my, I've lost it. 02. Okay. Yours won't be 02 because you didn't do an 02. Okay, so next video we're going to extend the footsteps, add the wave.